Environmental stewardship is a matter of moral responsibility and scientific necessity if we want to survive on this rock. The threats are intensely physical, and they often start in our own backyards. When improperly stored hazardous wastes seep into the soil, they contaminate the exact freshwater supplies our local communities rely on. Scale that up to the global atmosphere. Every single year, human activity pumps over 30 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the air. That is more than 50 times the amount produced by all the world's volcanoes combined. This massive, rapid spike in emissions traps heat at a rate that disrupts the climate clock that has regulated global temperatures for millions of years. Faced with this level of physical risk, society often panics, and in that panic, we frequently abandon rigorous science in favor of easy, feel-good alarmism that sounds nice but solves nothing. This leads us straight to the dangerous illusion of the free lunch, the idea that we can fix complex, global problems without any negative trade-offs. This chart breaks down the common assumptions regarding bottled water. While consumers often pay for convenience, the facts show that tap water is heavily regulated by health departments, and choosing it cuts down on the plastic pollution generated by single-use bottles. Now scale that backward assumption up to our national grid. Today, there is a popular demand to immediately replace all fossil fuels with 100% wind and solar energy. But energy production is tied to physical laws, not good intentions. When we try to save the planet using wishful thinking instead of hard facts, we end up causing significantly more environmental and economic damage. To fix our environment, we have to strip away the emotion and look at the Earth as a giant mechanical system, governed by strict, unbreakable rules. For millions of years, our planet's climate has been driven by the Milankovitch cycles. As the Earth orbits the Sun, it slowly wobbles on its axis, and its path stretches into an oval. Over tens of thousands of years, these slight shifts naturally heat and cool the entire globe, creating the ice ages. Scientists prove these shifts occurred by extracting massive ice cores from Antarctica. By analyzing tiny air bubbles trapped deep inside those transparent cylinders of ancient ice, they can read a highly accurate atmospheric record going back 800,000 years. Acknowledging these natural cycles provides a baseline that proves exactly how dramatically human activity has disrupted a historically stable system. If you want to be an effective environmentalist, you must understand the difference between massive planetary rhythms and genuine human-driven anomalies. That is the only way to prescribe solutions that work. Let's audit the feasibility of the 100% renewable movement. Wind and solar power have a fatal flaw. The wind doesn't always blow, and the sun doesn't always shine. To keep the lights on, you need massive, permanent battery storage. Building those batteries comes with an immense physical cost. You have to move hundreds of tons of earth and rock just to process a fraction of the required minerals. And digging out this terraced open-pit mine requires giant industrial machines burning massive amounts of diesel fuel. Furthermore, modern battery technology is rapidly hitting its physical limits. We cannot sit back and wait for a breakthrough that defies the laws of physics to suddenly save the electrical grid. Ignoring those physical limits leads directly to financial failure. Governments have poured billions of dollars into subsidizing green technologies that simply cannot scale up to meet our demands. Pushing energy policies that ignore reality doesn't stop global warming. It actively accelerates resource depletion and punishes the poorest among us by driving up the basic cost of electricity and food. A serious steward of the Earth pivots from idealism to pragmatism. It is about prioritizing functional engineering over the aesthetic of looking green. This diagram outlines the primary sources of water pollution, showing exactly how overflowing landfills threaten our limited fresh water. As rain washes through mountains of garbage, it carries dangerous toxins straight down into the groundwater supply. Now look at how Singapore manages this same problem. Their system uses waste-to-energy incineration to generate electricity while achieving a 90% reduction in physical trash volume. Implementing these proven, highly efficient systems is significantly better for our planet than waiting around for human beings to stop producing garbage. Maintaining a high-energy modern society requires a zero-carbon energy source that delivers massive, consistent power at scale. This leads to nuclear energy, which provides thousands of times the power density of renewables with no carbon emissions. We have to address the fear. Historical disasters, such as the structural damage at the Fukushima Daiichi facility seen here, dominate the narrative and drive political panic. But giving in to that panic creates a tragic paradox. When frightened governments prematurely shut down safe, regulated nuclear plants, they have to make up the missing power by burning more coal and natural gas. This increases the exact carbon emissions they promise to eliminate. Ultimately, protecting land and water is a test of character. It requires the courage to champion pragmatic, physics-based engineering over the comfort of comfortable myths.